This is not a painting behind us. This video is not filtered. This is Lakefront Living's view.
This is the command center.
Yeah.
We're in it.
Yeah.
This is where all the magic happens.
This is an incredible view. And if you are a Laker, you know exactly when we're shooting this because there's some precipitation on the ground.
It's a little chilly out too.
Indeed. Although the lake did not get nearly as much precipitation as Kansas City and St. Louis did.
Yeah, I think everybody north of us got it much more so.
Quite a bit, yeah. I think anywhere from 5 to 10 inches. On that note, here we are in the beginning of January, and it really surprises me every year how it just shuts down.
It can a little bit. I mean, once you get some snowfall, yeah, it gets kind of quiet.
Yeah.
People kind of go to the grocery store and get their stuff and go home and hunker down.
But even events. So last weekend at the time of this shooting was Eagle Days, which arguably is one of the best events of the year, especially in the off season. If you've never experienced it, you need to go check out Eagle Days. But when you look at the list of events, and I know this because we're always putting out what's going on every single weekend, and not just at the lake, ironically, in a lot of other markets, my editors right now are sending me emails saying, can't find much going on. What should I do? And you know, there's still stuff going on here at the lake, but man, here we are. We talk about this January and February, and here we are. And for those, shall I say, old schoolers that don't like to see the growth of the Lake of the Ozarks, this is your time.
It's the time of year that all the locals love.
This is your time. That's right. Yeah, it is quiet, it is peaceful, it is serene. It looks like this. Maybe not always with the snow, but yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. You kind of get two different worlds.
Yeah.
You get the nice, quiet, calm, serene in the wintertime, and then you get the action, you know, more events than you could possibly do in the summertime. That's
true. So. Yeah. Amen. And by the way, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We are in 2025, which can only mean one thing. It's time for a December update.
It's a market update time.
What do we got?
Well, December, like a lot of Decembers, can be a little bit boring, as I would say. We'll start with the lakefront homes, like how we usually do. New lakefront homes listing this December was up 68% compared to December of 2023. This December we had 42 new lake home listings compared to 25 last year. So our inventory bumped up a little bit compared to last. Average lakefront home sale price was up almost 13% this December compared to last. Bumped up to $972,128 compared to last December at $715,937.
Almost 200 grand. Wow. Yeah. Whoa. And that was lakefront homes.
Just lakefront homes.
Jeez.
Yep. So there were some big boys that moved this past month.
Is that what it is, or is it the average price has just ticked up that much?
There was an over $5 million house that sold.
Okay, so
that really pulls it up.
So yes, and when you say that, I want to obviously make sure everyone understands that.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody's freaking out. And they are. I mean, I see it in the comments all the time. I can't afford to be on the lake anymore, which it's funny because we're going to talk about in another video about, you know, like the top sales,
yes,
the median sales, the lowest sales. And I say that because watch for that video because we're going to highlight some of the lowest sales just because we're always talking about the $1 million. Yeah, exactly. It is possible. You're going to be shocked at what you can still do.
And I talk about on these market updates, the average sale price. Really a more accurate depiction would be the median sale price.
Yeah.
But I think for just the average, somebody taking a look at it, the average sale price kind of gives you an idea for it. And I've got the median sale price for our year in review.
Cool.
We can go over that.
Awesome. Yeah. Carry on.
Okay. There were 4 fewer lake homes sold this December compared to December 23. Months of supply is at 4.1 months, signaling a seller's market, finally. And it's been trending down from a high of 6.7 in August. So less inventory. Not great news for buyers. We get people that are coming in from out of town saying, hey, this is what I want. What can we go and look at? And you find 1, maybe 2. So still a little bit tight for inventory, which is seasonal. we have a drawdown in inventory.
Of course.
Much like the lake draws down, our inventory draws down a little bit too.
So would you say, and I know we've talked about this before, but if I am sitting here on the fence thinking to myself, like I just heard that disparity from last year, and to me as a potential seller, I'm thinking to myself, oh damn, like maybe now is the time to sell.
For us, when we're talking with our sellers and looking at a bigger picture of the numbers, now is the time where we start prepping your home for sale. So there's, and we can leverage our local contacts here. Let's get your home fixed up. Let's do the things that we do out of our normal process and not be rushed to, like, can we get this thing on in 2 weeks? But it also depends on your motivation. What type of property you're sitting on, how quick do you want to move it? Or if you would like to, hey, we have no rush. We've been thinking about selling it this year. I just don't see us using it as much this summer. Okay, well, let's kind of look at that to-do list, get some of that stuff knocked off of that, so a new buyer looks at the house and goes, wow, this thing's move-in ready. Well, we'd be willing to pay top dollar for it. Yeah. So this is that pre-planning stage, our pre-season, if you would say, for the selling season that'll hit, depending on weather, right around St. Patrick's Day. We'll see it tick up. Usually the first part of January, online is a little slow for buyers. Once we get to the later part of January, then people will start remembering the lake and it'll be summer soon. And you start looking at a timeline of events from the time that you actually start looking for homes to putting a contract. Maybe you're 30, 45 days out. Then you want to do some things to the house to make it yours before Memorial Day gets here.
Yeah. And
you got to get on the ball quicker than what you think.
And
start talking to lenders. Yeah.
Timing is critical there.
Yeah, when you, like all things, you pull a calendar out and start looking at, what's 45 days from now, what's 60 days from now. It's like, oh man, we need to get to it.
Yeah. So, and truthfully too, as you were mentioning that, it even got to me thinking, like, so you had Eagle Days in January. I would say another great reason to come down in February is for Valentine's Day, because there's so many great restaurants down here. Bring your significant other. And then, as you mentioned, in March is St. Patty's, and there's a lot of cool things that happen for St. Patty's, from the parade to I think they do the first harbor hop around St. Patty's, or is it just jumping bars on land?
Oh, you're talking about pub crawl.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Pub crawl is what, February?
Okay, but I know they do something on St. Patty's too.
Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day has a big parade down on the Strip, which we're used to that. Pub crawl, it's been years since I've thought about that. Usually we're not even out on the road because it gets wild.
Well, you get Mardi Gras too, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the Mardi Gras pub crawl.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
With all the school buses and everything. Yeah.
Shit show.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, apparently we got Otto excited because he came down here running around.
Yeah, he's wanting to know the numbers. I've been calling him Snow Dog. He loves it.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so moving on to current year-to-date list sale price ratio at 96.82. But for that was the year-to-date. This past December, we had come all the way down to 94.62%. Which is a signal for buyers. Like, sellers are willing to negotiate. While we have less inventory out there, the homes that are for sale on the market, sellers are serious. They want to sell the place. They're willing to negotiate. So this is a great time for buyers. Like I had said before in our last market update, Q4 and Q1 is when you'll see the most negotiations happening. So for buyers, now's your time. Now's your time to get the deal. Yeah.
And get it, you're right, because everybody's going to get super hopped up come March.
Yeah,
because now they're going to start sniffing summer.
Well, you have more buyers in the market, so you have more buyer competition. So the sellers don't have to come down as much because the next guy will buy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Lakefront homes for sale by price bracket, that 300 to 499,000. We were down 21% on those homes, down to 26 homes in that price bracket. 500 to 749. Down 12% on those homes. 750,000 just under $1 million, down 24% on those homes. 1 million to 5 million, down almost 18%. In over 5 million, we're at 5 homes now. We had dropped 3 homes from last month. So
I noticed there was a trend there. down, 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 down,
Yeah,
down.
it's that time of year's. Some things that sold. We have a lot of contract expires at December 31st. While we're shooting this in the new year, this is technically for what the month was. So it's not uncommon to see that for that changeover for the new year. Because I know I've got buyers out there. I've got sellers that are buyers and their properties had expired. And they said, oh no, what happened to that one? We're waiting for ours to sell and we want that one. So well, it's just a listing expired and relisted it. Same with Chris's place. His expired December 31st. It's back on the market. Annie's big house over there on Brookhaven. It's been relisted. So
awesome. I noticed that, and we don't talk about this too often, you have the lowest bracket at 300,000. So if anybody watching this is thinking to themselves, so basically you're telling me I can't get anything below 300,000 at the lake?
Oh, it's out there.
Okay.
It's out there.
That's the key. It is out there.
We've got the proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was
That's
right
another
around
teaser.
150
It's another teaser.
was one that we
Give
found.
them no more.
Okay, no more. No more, no less.
That's right.
Okay, moving on to condos for the December market update. New listings were up 65% at 33 new condos that hit the market in December compared to 20 last December. Our average sale price for condos was up 21.5% this December at $397,485. This was over December of 23 that was at $327,000.
And if you want to kick yourself, let's talk about what you could have gotten pre-COVID. Like 150 easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there.
I dug deep in the vault. You haven't even seen my graphs. I pulled numbers all the way back to 2011 for all kinds of stats.
Awesome.
I didn't even have statistics class. And I feel like I'm knee deep in it.
I love it.
And it's very telling. Sales were up 20% at 30 condos this December compared to 25 last December. Months of supply, we have been trending down since September. Made a big jump from November that was at 8.1 months of supply. Now this December we're at 6.7 months of supply, so that's entering a neutral market, which is a good sign for condos. Although condos have just had a lot of headwind this year, big time. List to sale price ratio saw a bump up this December at 98.4, up from 96.3 last December. But I did negotiate condo in November at 95% list to sale price ratio. And we've got some listeners out there, Jeff and Brooke. We just purchased them a condo, closed on it right before the new year at 94.5%. So Jeff beat the market on this.
That's awesome.
List to sale price
Congratulations.
ratio. Yeah. Congratulations, Jeff and Brooke. They were extremely happy with their condo. Average days on market this December is up 32.5% at 46 days compared to 35 days last December, which is going up, but in some more of those graphs that I have, way historically low. Yeah. Condos available by room segment. So 2-bedroom condos available, 96, down 16% from last month. 3-bedroom condos available, 146, that's down 4.6% from last month. 4 bedrooms available, 23, and that's just one less from last month. Lakefront homes this December was weaker on sales, but with higher average sale price. The volume of dollars traded was actually up 22.5%, which is a really good sign. List to sale price ratio was weaker this December. Our months of supply has been trending down, which is typical for the seasonality of Lake of the Ozarks. Lakefront condo market this December finished much stronger this year compared to last, with all markers trending positive. With the exception of days on market, the dollar volume traded this December was up 45.9% over last December. But the overall picture is a little bit not as rosy for condos.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was saying, now's the time for sellers to be prepping for that spring season. If you want to get top dollar, now's when we start having those conversations and scheduling things, and we can talk about what we do different from everybody else. Aside from being on Jeff's channel, getting a listicle on lakeexpo.com that gets pushed out to everybody's phone whenever you hit the market. And we've got a few other back end pieces that make us a little special and makes for a much more enjoyable selling experience. So sellers out there, if you're interested in that, reach out to me, Jesse with Lakefront Living Realty, 573-260-0868, or email me, Jesse, Jesse, at lakefrontliving.com. Buyers, now is your time. Now is your time. I mean, from here to St. Patrick's Day, game on. I mean, if you can make it down here, I know people are coming from Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska, and weather's, Midwest weather
Crappy.
this time of year. Yeah. But you get a weekend like this, and you get some people that are stuck at their house, and we send them an offer over, and they're going, man, it's snowing out, it's cold out, we got this offer, we just want to move this thing.
Yeah.
Now's the time for us to get those negotiations in, because it will be off to the races this spring.
Yeah, and beyond all that, I've said it before, I'll say it again, when we became Lakers, we were weekend warriors in the summer, and very infrequently came down in the off season, which I think is many of people watching. And I'll tell you what, we fell in love with the lake, probably more so because of the off season. Like, fell truly in love with the lake. Like, we love summer, but like, we love the lake because of just how quiet it is, and it's just peaceful, and it's just a sense of calm. There's a sense of excitement that you get in the summer.
Sure.
And everybody watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about. But many of you don't know what I'm talking about, that peace and that calm when you come down this time of year. It's awesome, and I implore everybody to do it. Come down here, check this out, spend more time down here in the off season. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, and we still have a lot of good summer months that, we have crazy weekends, no doubt about it. We have crazy weekends throughout the summertime when everybody wants to be down here. July is the most heavily boat traffic month of all. But I mean, especially spring, all the golf courses we have around here, go for a boat ride when the trees are budding. I mean, it's beautiful. Go up to Hahatonka.
It's true. It's true. It's like even in mid-June, mid-July, mid-August, if you're down here Monday through Thursday, it's quiet.
How about October?
Yeah.
We had a really warm this past October.
Which is becoming more and more common.
Yeah.
Global warming,
Somebody ordered it, huh?
I think so. All right, well, let's depart on the December update and stay tuned for a year in review, which will come after this video. And I'm going to tease it now. It's not just going to be a year in review. It's also going to be Jesse's predictions for 2025.
Right on. Let's see how right or wrong I can get. Thanks, everybody.